In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. They're off. They're playing calls. Alex T. And Tetris time starting on level 19. Cool strat. If you're playing DAS, which I don't think any of these players are playing DAS. DAS is when you press and hold the button to move the pieces over. If you're playing DAS, 19 is very, very difficult. A lot of players can do it, but you kind of don't really have as much scoring potential. Look at that dirty Tetris for Fractal starting things off. Oh my goodness. So they'll be looking to get as many million-point games as possible. 1 million points is called a max out. And the qualifying format is number of max outs plus kicker. So if you, obviously, a lot of players aren't going to get any max outs, and that's fine. Only one person got a max out in yesterday's qualifying session, AV Geek, who was playing DAS, by the way. So playing DAS with and getting a max out, you know, she's one of the best DAS players around, and she'll be playing this evening, almost certainly in the gold bracket, unless people really pop off. So they're just going to try to churn out those max outs as quickly as they can and then, you know, do their thing. Goes up a little high. Oh, Game Piece is over, already in a bit of trouble, but we've seen him get out of things like this before. Ooh, nice flat bird from Zrobot. A bit droughted, though. Lombard Tetris, he gets out of it. Tetris is your main goal here in Tetris. That's why it's called Tetris. Tetris is when you clear 4 lines at once. People in chat saying, is Quaid here? Quaid is here in spirit whenever anyone sets up a center wall Tetris. Sean Ridgely may not be here physically, but, you know. 130 lines is when the transition is for the players who start on 18. That's when they start playing the 19 speeds. Levels 19 through 28 are all the same speed, which is about 50% faster, exactly 50% faster than your level 18 speeds. So it's a pretty significant jump. That's why Tetris Time and Alex T are starting on that level, because they're rolling, so they can rolling be the play style that you see them. I don't know if you can see their hands, but they are holding the control in a real weird way and tapping the bottom of it real quick in order to move the pieces back and forth much faster than you can if you press and hold the buttons. Hope you're all having a great Saturday. We're here at the Washington State Retro Gaming plus Anime Convention. So got a lot of people wandering in. It's going to be an exciting Saturday. This is the day of the main tournament. So we're doing the qualifying session right now, second qualifying session of 3. Tetris Time has crossed the 100 line mark. Alex crossed the 100 line mark. You can kind of tell why they started at the higher speeds. Zero is back at level 88, line 88, fractal 78, so. Lombard Tetris for Alex T. Trying to get as many Tetrises as possible. We have a little program here called Nestris Champs that gives you, kind of reads in the information, gives you a couple extra exciting stats. One of them is going to be your Tetris rate. Also going to be a drought counter. That's how many pieces they've gotten without a Lombard. You need that Lombard, one of the 7 Tetrominoes, to score a Tetris, and that is your ultimate goal. Zrobot had about 30 pieces without a Lombard, but it finally came, and he's kind of clean. There we go. Another Lombard, another Tetris. He is good to go. Alex T is 130 lines in. Nothing speeds up for him. 140, the colors are going to start changing. You get some more points every time he scores. Yeah, 535. TT 533. He's going to look to defend his throne. He has pretty stiff competition this year. World champion flying in California. Fractal has a recent Seattle transplant. We love to have him here. Got a little Classic Tetris meetup we do once a month or so in Georgetown. If you're interested in that, give us a shout. A cool, relaxed environment to play Tetris. See all your favorite Seattle Tetris peeps. 613 for OCC. Yeah, so they're up on level 21. It's the same speed as 19, same speed they're playing, but the colors change and you get a little more points every time you take a Tetris. The speed will get way faster on level 29, so when that happens, take a look. Alex T 671, Tetris Sign 697. They're looking for that million points. Robot has transition 523. Pretty good score. That's got to be good enough. Kind of good enough pace for him to transition with a max out before hitting 29, assuming he played post correctly, the phase of the game between 19 and 28. A little bit of a bar hang for Alex T. It's low enough that he's not going to, not in danger of topping out. He's going to be okay. Summer B asking, did Fractal graduate and move to Seattle? Yes, he did. Fractal, now employed. Woo, let's go jobs. Let's go money. Fractal currently exchanging his time for cash and healthcare and other benefits. TT pretty close to maxing out here. 829 gets a bar for the dependency. He should be okay getting pieces over. Yeah, he's clean, a little high, but it's not going to phase him too much. Lombard Tetris, there's another 949. Alex T, 893. I'm going to say one more Tetris for both. One purchase for Alex T. Sorry, for TT, and there we go. First max out of the session. Looks like Zoro. Okay, Zoro's doing okay. So TT will get his first max out. We'll get him on the board here. Looks like we have our first score of the session. Zorobot will top out at 746. Not great, but that's okay for him. And it's a pretty high kicker. So the format of it is max outs plus kicker. Kicker is just the highest non-max out score. If you don't max out, it's just the highest score is going to determine your seed in the tournament. Summer being, so let's go jobs. I lost mine last month. No. That's fine. Hopefully you don't need it. Hopefully you just not work. Alrighty. Down the bottom, Alex T, 952, but he's a little high. He's going to transition soon. 2 more lines before he goes into 29. 959 is the transition score. Gets a Tetris, gets a bar over. 995, needs 5,000 more points. Eking out those lines, and he's going to get it. Exciting start. Alex T, somehow, like 2/3 of the board. Those 29 speeds are killer. That is way too high for most players to survive. But he's the world champion, He's going to do stuff that other people can't do. Oh, he's on Fractal now. 925 for him. He's looking for his first max out. He wants to keep pace with these folks. Yeah, these are going to be 3 of the people to watch out for in terms of winning the whole shebang. Or 4 of them, really. Zoro can also do some damage. For a 10-year-old especially. Zoro's a little high, though. Looks like he gets the bar over, gets the Tetris. But I don't know. Yeah, he's okay. He's going to get another couple long, well-timed bars. Fractal should have plenty of time before 29 to get this taken care of. So he doesn't have to deal with those higher speeds, which even for the best players in the world can be a little bit of a crapshoot, right? Just one wrong move can result in a top out. Long Tetris for Fractal. He gets his first max out of the day. Alrighty. So we're off and rolling. Wow. Possum over on CT2 letting us know she's already beaten my qual score. So, congrats to Possum. Thank you for letting us know. GG's. Summer Bean chat saying, Zoro playing extremely aggressively. That's just kind of what he does. He's an aggressive player. Matt watching Tetris, welcome in. Wallband, hello. Wallband, another really good player. Saw him at the Jonas Cup, which happens in Portland. Excited for that. Happened again this year, 3rd iteration. It's a DAS tournament, which is when you press and hold the buttons. Alrighty. For Zoro trying to get out of this a bit. As we have, okay, Java, Indeed, and Jade Stone working our crack stats team. Duke up on stage, being the judge there. Oh, and so Robot's board looking a little unbalanced here. This could be a little tricky to get out of. It gets a bar, that's going to help a ton. Every other player kind of just trying to get their games started. TT and Alex T. So they're talking about CTM, saying, how's the DAS? We've all been playing DAS and Futures. That's exciting. All right, so we got some scores in here. The players of the green-black round are currently qualing. So Boston Bakes and BSG 4000 are on CT2. Have a tab open and watch them as well. Get all 6 of the qualifiers here. Tetris time halfway to the max out. About to 125 lines in. About to, I would say transition, but the speed isn't actually going to get any faster if you're starting on 19. He's looking okay. Nice little burn. Alex C at 415. Zorobot has kept himself alive. 389. Has about 14 more lines to go before the transition. He is going to turn 4 of them into a Tetris. Fractal about halfway to transition himself. 267. Trebas in chat say hello, everyone. It would be awesome if the go live notification said what the stream subject is. Yeah. So for some reason, that's like a little harder to change. I don't know. We'll take a look at it. Okay, Nini also qualing. I think on CT2. Putting a 103 on the board. Love to see it. Chess and chat saying, exclamation point Matcherino, you too can contribute to the Matcherino prize pool. That'd be really cool. Give these players something to aim for. The winner will get a good chunk of it. Oh, Alex, he doesn't get that piece over. He could be in trouble. He needs a bar to the right. He's got to get a double. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Looks like he's going to top out 493. And he'll spin that for a kicker. His robots were looking a little iffy. Yeah, he's done at 538. So TT currently with the best pace, or best score, 685. Fractal 406. So keep it. Fractal has 406, 90 lines in. That is a very good score so far. So very efficient play from Fractal. He'll be looking to, get that max out early as possible so you can just move on to the next game. Kingsman in chat, providing the facts. Thank you, Kingsman, for information. He was always a great information provider, so we appreciate that. Anyway, we're off and running. All the players have a game. Fractal going to reopen as well. There's a hole over there in column 1, so he has to be really careful. Looks like he will be careful. Lombard Tetris going to get that stack down. Great carefulness from Fractal. Though still not really getting pieces. Getting bombarded with T's and S's and Z's. Just things that don't really jive with the stack very well. Right now, Alex T, 806. He's going to be the one you want to keep your eyes on right now. Level 27. I don't know if he has enough room to get this done before the transition. Probably not, but he can get pretty close. There's another Tetris. 912. So transition in 2 lines. It's going to get real fast, real quick. There it is. You're going to go in 948. So the first, I guess, significant amount of 19 or 29 play here. Trying to get that max out. Trying to get 1,000,000 points. He could just line this out. He doesn't need Tetrises, but he does need to survive. Going to take the Lombard Tetris, and that's going to do it. He will get his second max out of the session. He's the first one with 2 max outs. So TT showing what's up, trying to defend his Washington State title. Coming in from sunny Las Vegas. He came in today, he was shivering. He is not used to the rain or in the cold. I understand. I used to live in Riverside. If it got like below 70 degrees during the summer, I was just like dead. You acclimate. GB Toast. Hello, Toast. Zimpro and Toast. Zimpro and Toast. Big goats of the scene. Ray streaming. Zimpro just so much. So give those folks a shout out if you want. Or if you don't want either, and you feel like I'm going to obligate it. Fractal currently at the best score, 7:15. He's still pretty early, still pretty good pace here, if I do say so myself. All right. TT starting off again. Not quite the stock he wants. Oh, Alex T having some. Going to stand up, going to pace around a bit. He's trying to find his. Trying to find it here. He does have a max out on the board. Fractal hunting for his second. He's at 8:15. Currently a little bit of a dig, but if he gets the right pieces, he'll get out of it pretty quickly. Oh, he hangs the L, though. Left side could be a little spice. He does get the J all the way over. Currently in a bit of a dig. His drops weren't super good for his stack. Didn't quite rotate that J the way he wanted to, and I think that's it. Fractal got a top at 8:26. Going to submit the score. That's going to be a high kicker. I'm going to see if there's any Maturino. Oops. Maturino, where esport winners get paid. They get their cash money. Meanwhile, Possum 843. Bidwell has also beaten me. 543. Bidwell has also beaten me 518. So things are not looking great in terms of the whole Arbaro making the gold bracket scene. Or you need a qual better than a 499, I guess, is the whole thing here. Currently Zro on the best pace, 522. About to transition. He already has 522. Kind of aggression paying off a little bit. He's looking for his first max out. That square doesn't get over. He's being droughted by that S-spin. Sorry, Z-spin. Or whatever it was. Got it in. Still digging. Summer basing. How many players are participating? At least 20. Yeah, so we have another qual session after this. We have 14 people qual now. I think there's like 7 or 8 at least, and more people are coming in. So, yeah, pretty big regional. Among top, Eyeballs yet to qual. Someone else has my laptop, so I can't pull up the sheet. But we have Scotto Bozo is also here, and we'll be qualifying. So we'll see some max outs from him. Very, very good DAS player. So 614 Lombard Tetris got clean after all that. So keeping the game alive, still very maxable. Hello. All right. We got a question about what the times are for the qualifier. 35 minutes and 8 seconds. So over half the qualifier is still to go. Zorgop got a max out. Congratulations. I'm going to do a belated bell ring. I saw that while we're trying to set out some technological issues. Sorry about that. We were going to, you know, running one of these things could be a little silly. But anyway, Fractal Curly 752. Trying to get out of a dig, but still very maxable for him. Yeah, timer is at the top left corner, kind of on top of Tetris Time's head. That's why he's Tetris Time, because he has the time. So again, yeah, so the person manning the registration booth is also the person putting in the scores. So we have people registering. We have a lot of the volunteers qualifying at this session so that we can free up some of the seats for later. But that means we have people kind of pulling double duty at the moment. But that's okay. Winner in chat saying, Kingsman pointing out we can add money to the match arena. We're up to 254. I want to make sure we're trying to get to $500 at the match arena. So if you're in person, want to contribute to, you know, throw these players a buck or two. We got over the registration booth, we have some QR codes where you can give some money and also register for the event. Our last qual session will start at noon. Lombard Tetris for Fractal 971. Should be able to do it with one more. He's set up, just waiting on the bar. There it is. Lombard Tetris. There's a max out. Number 2 for Fractal. Beautiful stuff. He doesn't even have a kicker. Yeah, he's just maxing out. Maybe number 3. I don't know. And they're saying 30 Tetris for Fractal. That's, you know, yeah, ignore the whole lead thing. The score under that, that's just for the matches. It said timer on the previous screen. You know what? You're right. Thank you, Zempro. Whoops. Anyway, now you can see the timer. So that was apparently, I just learned that's Zro's first live max out. So congratulations, Zro. Qualifying max out. I don't know if he maxed out in a little bit of an issue. Okay, he's going to maybe top. No, he's not. I spoke too soon. I thought he was done for, but ye of little faith. Pro Litigators say TT should have 3 max outs. Wow. He's just kind of piling them on, isn't he? Yeah, it might take a second for the scores to update. Let's see, a bit of a chasm in the center of his stack. He's going to get it down, though. Looks like everything's okay. Lombard Tetris for Alex T. Tetris time into level 20 now. Board a little sloppy, but it's low. 548 for him. He has the highest score at the moment. Zoe and Flash saying, hey, let's go Tetris player. Zoe couldn't be here with us today, but has put in a lot of time, a lot of miles on his car for this tournament. So huge props to Zoe. You two, we have time to register for this event. We have one more qualifying session at noon. If you want to play, and you don't have to play as good as these players do, these players are kind of the cream of the crop. We're just under half an hour left. We are at 29 minutes and 52 seconds. So we're just hit the halfway point of this qualifier. Looks like Jade's putting in the scores now. Look over, see the score. TT has 3 max outs. There we go. They're on the board. Looks like Zro has 1. Alex T currently has TT and Alex T currently with the highest scores. Huge props. You think, oh, TT's board falling apart here. It's level 26. You'll need to get it down quickly. Nice little flat burn will help. Alex T 730. We'll also take a look at him. He has a nice clean board. He's waiting on a few more pieces to reopen the well, so you can start scoring again. There he goes. Nice little dig for Alex T. And TT got out of it too. He'll need a significant amount of 29 play to get this max out. Currently at 765. Alex T. Lombard back at level 24, 768. So he is doing pretty for his second max out, I think. Lombard Tetris for TT. He's into 29 at 806. Needs 200,000 points on 29 for this. And again, very few players can play 29. It's an elite club, and TT is part of it. Look at those Tetrises, just nailing it. Cutting into this, not deficit, into this required target score like butter. Per Bad Gamer saying, TT keeping me on the edge of the seat with that. These players providing the drama already. And the tournament has even started. 908 for TT. Only 100,000 left, but he's going to hang that bar. Gets a flat burn. He does have a Mino blocking a burn opportunity. Lombard Tetris for Alex T. He's close to the max out. I think only one more. Yeah, one more to free. Oh, TT doesn't get the bar. He gets that bar over. 923. Still alive. And there's a max out for Alex. TT not going to be able to do anything else. Great attempt. You got to top out at a 933. That's going to improve his kicker. Is still in the lead. He has 3 max outs. Fractal trying to match him now. 573. Alex T will get his second. I'm going to try to keep pace with our top players here. Yeah, we have a very good field. This tournament just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year, so we are excited that we have so many good players, so many players flying in from out of state. Fractal's board now looking great. Oh, gonna get pieces over, though. Oh, my goodness. Could he? Could he? I can't. But that's okay. He's going to top out at 602. It looks like our players are restarting. We've got 26 minutes left of the qualifier. Make sure you're also turning into the silver bracket. We got Possum, our head judge. We got Chris Bidwell, who is Chris Bidwell. And we got a new player, Kainini, calling over there. So take a look. This is open to players of all abilities. Go ahead and play some Tetris if you wanna. Triva's saying, what were past calls? I mean, for previous editions or like yesterday's calls? Fractal's board looking a little iffy. So yesterday's calls we had this is the second call session. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people call yesterday, including myself. I'm going to be knocked out soon. Yeah, yesterday. I don't know. I think that we only had a couple people max out last time. I could be wrong. AV Geek, yeah. So yesterday, AV Geek was the only person to get a max out. She's currently number 4 on the qual list. You can see that on the right side. There's a second of 3 qual sessions. We got Scotto and Eyeball qualing next, as well as a couple other players on the main stage. We've got a lot of players qualing all over the place. E.T. Fruit Ninja, I also think, is qualing. He'll be in here soon. He has historically done very good. He had a max out. I remember qualing next to him my first time up here, where he got a max out. And he'll be one to watch. Alexei doesn't quite get that square over. And as all players look to establish a game here. Let's see, we'll clean it up. He's on level 18. He knows how to play 18. 18 is kind of the traditional start level for a lot of high-level play, but if you can't play 18, no worries. We have an online tournament for you if you can't play 18 or like playing 18, but you have a sub-max out. It's called Tetris for the Non-Bros. You can join it at tnp.tetris.lol. You thought I would go an entire stream without mentioning it. No, you didn't. But anyway, tnp.tetris.lol. That's TNP. Triba saying, any other Canadians there? No, Eyeball is the only Canadian. So if you want to cheer for Canadian, cheer for Eyeball. Also, if you want to cheer for Super Mario speedrunner, cheer for Eyeball. If you cheer for a cool dude with hot dog curtains, cheer for Eyeball. In fact, I'm not going to get that all over. Zorobot has transition, also starting the 19 strats. He's at 412. TT 622, Alex T 561. Pretty good pace for Zorobot. 460 through 104 lines. TT looking to add to his already formidable max out total. Has 3. He's making a pretty strong bid for seed number 1 at the moment. Alex T will need to kind of play very well to catch up with him. He has switched down to level 18. He was doing the 19 starts earlier. Not quite getting the results he wanted with them, so he's going to slow things down a bit. And work on his fundamentals. Nice little tuck there for Fractal. Alex C., the winner of last night's 100-line sprint competition. Yeah, Fractal, not quite, but it's early. He can restart. So Alex C., giving us a show already. Going to try to give us another show today. You're probably very relieved that you didn't have to pay Chris Bidwell, who took out Fractal during that event. Chris Bidwell's Dr. Mario skills coming in handy here. $7.99 for Tetris time. Lombard Tetris, 820. Early 820. Only level 24. Couple missed shifts, but has a lot of pace. Tetris for the friends of Arbaro. And also the enemies. You could be an enemy of Arbaro and still play Tetris for the non-pros. I don't think I have many enemies though. I'll try to be friendly. I'll try to be a friendly little tree. A happy little tree, if you will. 906 for Tetris time. Gonna get a bar, gonna get a Tetris. Only a couple more needed before the transition. I think Tetris is here worth whatever 1200 times 27 is. There's another Tetris. So one more out to do it. Just needs to get set up. Almost set up. There he goes. One more bar, and he'll have his fourth max out. And there it is. Tetris time. Tearing it up. Alex T also looking to max out soon. 834, level 24. Plenty of time for him. Tetris time, fourth max out. Very, very good qualifying session for him. So Tetris time, I think. We're under 20 minutes left. 19:35. So we're getting closer to the end of the qualifying session. Oh, these players very slowly in the... Oh, no. So Zerba, a couple missions. He has a good score going, 856. Alex T, 908. So Bezero just trying to survive here. Trying to keep this very good game alive. Zerobot, there we go. Bar for the dependency. Doesn't get that one over. Oh, gets that one over, though. But not getting good pieces, and that's a tragedy. Man, that was such a good game. But couldn't quite keep it alive. 835 for Zero. That's going to improve his kicker. Alex T needs a Tetris and change to seal the deal here. Going to get a triple. That's going to get him out of Tetris readiness. Okay. There's a lumbar Tetris. There it is. 10:06. Alex T will get his third max out of the session. I'm trying to keep pace with TT here. Bertel has 2 on the board. Zerobot has 1 in terms of max outs. Looks like Chris Bidwell has improved on his score. He's gotten 564, so good on you, Bidwell. So saying, join Tetris for the non-pros at tmp.tetris LOL. Thank you. We can also, you know what? Why don't you can also contribute to the Matcherino. Exclamation point Matcherino will show you how it's done by giving you a link. Some are being say almost already 2/3 of the way through the qual session. Yeah, we have hour-long quals, which are shorter than a lot of other events. They go quick. But, you know, it's a, oh, nice line spin from Fractal. Showy. The 19 starts might be working for Zro here. Oh, but it doesn't get over. Lombard Tetris, dirty, dirty Tetris for Zro. Still has some work to do to clean this up. Looks like he will... Don't want to speak too soon, but he's going to reopen the well. He's going to get a bar. He's going to score. Great dig there from Zro. Nice man. Matt watching Tetris, was watching Tetris, and liked what he saw. Hope everyone's having a good day here at the Mattress Firm Showplex in Puyallup, Washington. Puyallup. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I think the main thing about Puyallup is that you have to mispronounce it. If you don't mispronounce it, what are you even doing? Some are being chat saying, I spin, you spin, we all spin for I spin. Got ourselves a lot of people here. Love to see it. You too can register for this event. It is open to players of all abilities. You do not have to be as good as these people. I'm not as good as these people. Very few people are as good as these people. These are some of the best players in the world. We have our current world champion, Alex T, 2-time world champion. We have our former world champion, Fractal. We have the defending champion of this event, Tetris Time. And he's put it on together a bid so far. He has the best qualifier. He's at 482. He's looking for his 5th max out. A couple misdrifts, but he's going to get a bar. He's going to get that stack down. That'll buy him more time to clean this baby up. And we got Zrobot, our youngest top-level player at 10. Got his dad in the background. He's young enough that he has to have parental supervision to be on stage. So, Duke on stage, pulling double duty. He is not only supervising his son, he's also serving as a qual judge, getting those scores down. So thank you for being part of the classic Tetris infrastructure. Fractal currently with the best score, 581. TT not too far behind him, 528. Both players level 21. If at all possible, they want to get the Tetris, their max out before they hit 29. That's when things get way faster. But both players can play 29 if they have to. We saw a very good attempt earlier as we're under 15 minutes. 14 minutes left. 14:15 is the remaining time. So we're approaching the final games here. Some will be saying, thanks, Zrodad. Hear some commentary from Fractal later, unless I decide to change everything. Maybe I shouldn't advertise it yet, but I did. So Fractal will be doing CT1 during the last session, qual session. He's also a good commentator, so, you know, tune in for him as well as Jade Stone. Zo did not hit that S-spin. He's trying to set up here. Very aggressive play from Zro. Gonna get a bar. Oh my goodness. Could have taken the safe approach, but he's not gonna do that. He is trying to get the Tetris, but it's not really paying off. Very, very aggressive play from Zrobot. It's not really gonna work. He's gonna keep the game alive. Fractal 8:15. He's not gonna get that J over. Zero finally gets the Tetris. Fractal on max out watch. TT on max out watch. Fractal may need a little bit of 29 play for this one. We'll see. Bird not getting a lot of bars. There we go. Lombard Tetris. 929. There's the last one before transition. 969. 965, sorry. He's going to stay alive. He can just line this out. He doesn't need to go for Tetrises. Going to get the double. Oh, he doesn't quite get that S over. Trying his hardest to keep this alive. Board creeping up just a tad. Nice little double, but doesn't get that over. Lombard gets it over to the left. 985. TT going to top out of 919. That's going to improve his kicker. Fractal just board slowly creeping up. 993, 995, 997 doesn't hit the T over, but hits the T-spin. What a way to get it. Fractal will get his third max out. Wow. The T-spin. Had to get that T all the way over, then had to bring it back and get the spin. What a maneuver. My goodness. Alex Tino trying to get his next max out. Has 3 on the board, trying to hit for his 4th. Lombard Tetris for Fractal. Didn't quite get that T over where he wanted, so he's just going to abort and try again. Zero very high, just playing that classic aggressive Zoro. Doesn't quite pay off this time. Alex T, 950, very early max out available to him. He just needs one more Tetris. And there's a max out for Alex T, his number 4. That's going to tie him up in terms of max outs for TT. TT currently has the higher kicker. He's going to try to pull ahead here with this game. Yeah, last game, TT didn't quite make it. He had that kicker, that 933. These players starting their next games. We have under 10 minutes remaining. 9:51 is your time, so not a lot of games left. The players will be able to finish their last game, so they just have to start their last game before the timer expires. There's the Vits for Fractal, the vertical eye tuck setup. And that's considered a show-offy move. Fractal showing off over here. Lombard Tetris going to get a couple pieces for the middle of his stack. Okay, that little flat burn will take care of things for him. And the player is going to start being a little more choosy about how their games start because we're running out of time here. Summer basing Zerbot's aggression reminds me of how Scooty used to play back in the day. Scooty currently the top player in terms of Premier Poll rankings. So very favorable comparison for Zerbot. Zerbot currently needs a few tucks to get this started. We have 8:19 left in the qual. Tetris saying the green boards look so good. Thank you to the team for that. It's the Washington State Regional. We've got to have apple colors, you know. Also green because it's Seattle, you know. And we're kind of entering the final minutes of our qual session number 2. We still have some slots left for qual session number 3. If you're interested in playing, come see Jade at the registration desk. They're waving their hand. Go see Jade. Jade is cool. We all appreciate Jade. Came all the way to from Portland to help you register for qual session 3. You should appreciate that by registering for qual session 3. Then the actual tournament, the full tournament, both gold and silver brackets will be starting at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. That is 2:30 p.m. Mountain time, 3:30 p.m. Central time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Six o'clock Atlantic time, I think. I don't know how Canada works. So Canadians in chat, let me know if that was right. TT Curry, the best score, 447. We're playing with qual mode, which means it works the same way as like the classic Tetris card. These players are playing on a modified version of Tetris, which allows them to, during the matches itself, play with the same pieces. But there we have some code in there that allows them to play as if they're playing on the original card in terms of like timing. So like they have to wait for the game to finish to start a new game, or if they reset, they have to wait a bit. Just so that they're, you know, everyone's on the same page when it comes to quals. You know how it is. We want it to be fair. Lombard Tetris 571 for TT. He is currently with the best score. 571 through 110 lines. That's very good pace. Used to be that if you said the P word, people would think it's cursed. You're not supposed to say pace. But that's like too useful of a word, right? Like you say someone's on a no-hitter and you can avoid that, saying that. But like, that doesn't happen that often. Everyone's always has pace, you know? Anyway, Alex T504, that's also a game to watch. Zerbot 381 through 83. Couple misdrops, but if he gets the right pieces, they won't be too much of an issue. May not be getting the right pieces, though. Tyler saying, thank you, Jade. Jade, Tyler Tetris thanks you, which is a blessing. We all love Tyler Tetris, also a big part of the volunteer scene for the Classic Tetris community. Thank you for your service. 718, Commodore Friday sings Row. He's still alive. It's fun to watch. Zero is fun to watch. That's why we put him on the big screen. Also, he's good. That's another reason we put him on the big screen. Got a nice crowd here going. The people at the Mattress Firm Showplex have taste. They're discerning Tetris fans. They know that this is where the action is. Less than 5 minutes remaining. 4:30 left in this qual. Players will be able to finish out their last game they start before the deadline. And players, make sure you're back by 1:30. Go out and enjoy the convention, get yourself some lunch, but return by 1:30 so we can tell you when you're playing. Or have you start playing. We'll want to. We're on a little bit of a tight deadline. Tetris time, 8:63. On a pretty good game. He's only up to level 23. He has plenty of time before the transition. And he is clean as a expensive hotel room. What are some clean things? Freshly laundered sheets. Clean as a dog that just went to the groomers. 988, only one more Tetris. That level 25 Tetris, or max out, really early, just about as early as you go to see in comp. Level Tetris, he has got it. That's number 5 from Tetris Time. Alex T looking to match him here, 89. He has plenty of time. He's only up to level 24, so he's also looking for a very early max out because he has 3 minutes left. 3 minutes remaining for this qual session. Fractal also threatening to max here. 7:37. Not quite as good of a pace, but we just saw he can play. He can get it done on 29. Players will start being a little pickier about the games they continue to play because they can't really play multiple games, right? You can't start a game, have a max out now, and then start a different one. So you want a good pace to start off with. Sebby's saying, we'll max out. He is working really hard at it. I'm sure as we speak, my cat, whose name's Gawa because I'm a weird nerd, is at home trying to max out. My console's there. I brought my EverDrive with me, but he has my OG cards. Loves to play when I'm not looking. 861. Alex T will max out. There he goes. There's his 5th. Woo! Fractal, 866, currently into 29. We have 156 remaining. You just hit 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining. As Fractal will get that bar over Lombard Tetris, 910. Doesn't hit that T. Oh, the bar doesn't get over. He's fighting here. Will need something to the left side eventually. The left side hard to get over, but he's going to hit the 5 tap of the bar. So far, so good. He will get himself cleaned up. Right now, not the greatest of pieces. Oh, he's going to mistrip the S, and it's gnarly. He's not going to be able to get it done, but he will get a 936. That will improve his kicker. Okay, a minute left. TT and Alex T standing up. They're just kind of giving themselves a little bit of a break. They don't need to start their last game yet. One minute remaining in this qualifying session. TT and Alex T might be done. They're just not even going to finish out. Oh, yeah. Are they? Or are they just going to wait until they're... Yeah, they're just giving themselves a little bit of a break. They're trying to refocus so they can lock in for the last game. All right, Zorobots just keep going. 30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds. You must start your final game before the timer runs out. You swap spots for fun. I see. Okay, well, I will count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're done. That is the end. It's probably beeping at me. Where's my mouse? Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay. Where's that? There you go. Where time is extinguished. You were on your last game. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. They're being silly. We're all friends here. All right, last game for all these players. Nice T-spin for Zro. He's going to score. He's going to be happy about getting a Tetris. We're all happy to see Tetrises. That's what we're here for. Watch them score. Watch them get out of death-defying digs. Watch them get a nice Tetris for his robot. 3 off the bottom. You're going to do that level 19 start. Probably didn't need to because the time doesn't actually matter now. But anyway, BSG 4000, also known as Chris Bidwell, Possum Bakes, and Kainini are all on CT2, Classic Tetris 2, so you can watch them as well. We also throw a little bit of money on our prize pool. We got up to 254. We want to get to 500 smackaroos. Our next qual session will start about a half an hour after this one ends, so stay tuned for that one. Lombard Tetris for Zro. Doesn't quite get that Z where he wants it to go, but that's okay. Lombard Tetris. Oh, the other player is pretty clean right now. Somewhere being saying, does Zro start at level 19? Yeah, he's been on level 19 for most of the qual. Trevor saying TT on fire. No kidding. TT having an outstanding qual. 5 maxes for him, 5 maxes for Alex T. So really, the number 1 overall seed could come down to this. Of course, Eyeball might have something to say for it later. Scotto, he's a DAS player, but we know he can max out pretty consistently. So that qual session 3 could also bring the fire. Yeah, the clock is on 0. This is the last game. I hit it because it's annoying. It likes to beep at you. I don't know if the sound was turned off or not, but sometimes you can't hear it. Oh my goodness, what a spire from Zro. He's got to take the safety triple. Okay, nice triple. Going to reopen the well. I mean, getting plastered with S's and Z's again. He has a 32-piece drought. Lombard Tetris, that's going to keep him alive. There's another. And he's got to be able to extinguish this flame, kind of keep this a little more manageable. My goodness. There's a triple for Zro. Okay, you know what the Tetris is? Triples are worth an amount. They're better than singles and doubles. They're like a second number of points. But the Tetrises are really where it's at. You'll want to clear 4 lines at once. This is to determine who gets to the tournament. Top 12 players will advance. This is the second qual session of 3. So on the screen right now, you can see 14 players on there. The rest, everyone else outside the top 12 will play on our silver bracket, which will be administered by Ninja out on the floor. Ninja, say hi. He's waving. You can see him back there. So there is Ninja. He came in last night on the red eye, or maybe not red eye, orange eye. Orange eye is when you fly in from the Netherlands. Zerobot up to 525 needs a little bit of help for his board. Nah, he's fine. Lombard Tetris. Run 2 says, winner gets, no, so what happens with the winner? A, they get the lion's share of the prize pool, which is currently sitting at 254. You can contribute by putting exclamation point Matcherino in chat. We also have coupon codes available, but they also get their entry fee waived for CTWC. So they don't get a ticket, but they get their entry fee waived. $599 for Zro, 600. Looking at Max here, has plenty of time to do it. $591 for Alex T. It looks like he's going to try to go into transition with a 600K. That's a pretty hefty score. Fraught about a transition. 481. TT up to level 20. Sorry, up to line 120. 537. So very maxable for him as well. Lombard Tetris Alex T. 616 still has room to go. Fractal into post at a 507. The game gets 50% faster at level 19. The levels 19 through 28 are all the same speed, and it gets way faster at level 29. So much so that the game isn't playable, except if you're a really top player and you're using a technique known as rolling. $550 for TT. He's into 19. Zero's 786, level 26, so you may need some 29 play to get this. He's not going to get the L over, but the bar goes. Is it going to be enough? No. That's it. But huge round of applause for Zerobot. He got a max out. That's almost certainly going to be enough for the gold bracket. So congratulations, Zero. 3 more people qualing. That's what I'm saying. We're testing GG Zero. There's a Tetris for Fractal. Alex C. A bit of a bar hang there. Trying to get this down. Would love a max out. In order to get the number 1 seed, he needs to max and TT needs to not max. But TT looking pretty good. 710 through 23. Max out. Summer B saying max out should be enough. Yeah, almost certainly. He's currently holding on to the 5 seed. He would need 7 people to max in the last session. I don't think that's going to happen. Top 4 do get a bye, though, so that is something to aim for. $847 for Alex T, $834 for TT, $771 for Fractal. All the players are on level 25. Fractal doing a little bit of cleanup here. Going to reopen the well. It does need another bar. It's not going to reopen the well, but that bar will. Oh no, the S misdrop. Trying to get this taken care of. Oh, overshoots the square, but it may not matter, or it may matter. We'll see. Another little T-spin. Those have been his friend on this qualifying session. 791. He is losing pace. Oh, my goodness. 924 for Alex C. And Fractal's done at 792. GG's Fractal. He's going to end up with 3 max outs. That should. We'll see if that's enough for the bye. But GG's Fractal. Congratulations. TT gets his max out. GG's. That's number 6 for TT. Alex T only 1 single away himself. He's going to end it with a single. He gets his 6-1 as well. So Tetris time. Going to end up with a top seed so far. They're going to finish out this game. Why not? Call this a mullen. You keep playing after you. TT dominates. TT having a great. He's going to try to defend his title. He is not going down without a fight. Even against the world, some like former world champion and current world champion. And intimidating 10-year-olds. Yeah, we're going to see how high they can go here. So GG's everyone. If you are registered for Qual Session 3, go ahead and stay in the area. We'll let you know where you're playing soon. Thank you all, everyone. This is fun. CBS is there a 39 cap? I don't know if it's turned on. There's definitely going to be a 39 cap for the matches. I'm not sure we turned it on or specified for this, honestly. There is a 39 cap for the qual, but I don't know if it's turned on for these players. Anyway. What's that? We have a question from the audience here. What's the 39 cap? We have something called a double kill screen because the original game, like 29 is the ultimate, this is like the last speed, but we don't want players to just play on forever because it's, you know, A, because it lasts forever, and B, because it's like not as interesting of a test of skill. So on level 39, we artificially add a double kill screen. The pieces go twice as fast, where like very few people can play that fast. No one can do more than like a couple levels. I think Alex T has the record for that actually. So, yeah. It's called the double kill screen, DKS, or super kill screen. A little bit of mischief there for Alex. GG's. Treacherous side with a 1.5. ALC with a 1.3 million. There we go. So we'll get those scores reported. TT will have the first overall seed. Alex T, Fractal, and Zrobot should be good to go. Chris Bidwell currently sitting on number 7, 564. Great call for him. And Possum, 543. Kainini is sitting at 147. So that will be a fun silver bracket adventure for her. GG's, everyone. We'll be back soon. And thank you for watching. Commentator Cam, you're going to look at my mug here for a second. Here we go. We're at the Mattress Firm Showplex. Can we move the camera? Hold on. Let me make sure we get that picture here. So live from the Mattress Firm Showplex, thank you so much. We'll get qual session number 3 started pretty shortly. Stay tuned.